Before the intro video starts, I'd like to make a toast. On behalf of the IWS channel and all the members and all our fans, subscribers, or whatnot, this is to the releasement of Vince Russo from TNA Creative. Cheers. Gotta love that root beer.
Discretion is advised, but will be completely ignored.
That's this wrestling, you fuckface!
Okay, now, in today's topic on the IWS channel, I will be talking about my top 5 favorite Elimination Chamber matches of all time in honor of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view coming up in a couple days. And at the very end, I'll give my quick predictions on said matches, said 2 Elimination Chamber matches. But let's start off with number 5. Number 5. This one, the ending alone and the aftermath of it gets number 5 on my list. I am talking about New Year's Revolution 2008 with John Cena as champion versus Kurt Angle versus Carlito versus Chris Masters versus Shawn Michaels versus Kane. This was actually a fairly good Elimination Chamber match. Maybe not the greatest, but it was nice to see Kurt Angle in an Elimination Chamber match. His only one, by the way. You had John Cena and Shawn Michaels starting off the match, and then we'd get Carlito would come in, and then Kurt Angle would come in and just whoop ass, and then you'd have Chris Masters and Carlito working together, and then all this crazy shit would happen. Then Kurt Angle gets eliminated, then Kane gets eliminated, and then HBK gets eliminated. And then Carlito turns on Chris Masters. John Cena gets the roll-up, wins. Everybody's like, whatever. But then Edge cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase and becomes WWE Champion right after. So that moment alone is on number 5 on my list. Excuse me. Number 4 is the No Way Out 2009 SmackDown Elimination Chamber match featuring Edge, Big Show, Jeff Hardy, Kozlov, The Undertaker, and Triple H. This match was really good. I like this one a lot. Big shocker is Edge gets eliminated in the first 5 minutes, so we were all guaranteed a new champion. I thought Jeff Hardy was going to win this one, but a lot of great spots. Kozlov's a tool, but he did the best he could in this match. It ended up I just had a brain fart. I believe Triple H ends up winning this one, but him and Jeff Hardy end up having another close. No, not Jeff Hardy. Him and Undertaker go the last 2 left. It ended up going on this about 5 or 6 minutes match, and took like 2 or 3 pedigrees to beat Undertaker in this. But Triple H wins, becomes the new champion. I have a feeling we'll definitely be seeing Edge later up on this list. Guarantee it. Number 3 is from No Way Out 2008. The WWE Championship match between Jeff Hardy, Chris Jericho, JBL, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Umaga. I like this one a lot. This was my number 3 pick for a reason. Starts off with Jericho and Shawn Michaels. Obviously, a great start to the match. Umaga did some crazy big man stuff. Made me miss Umaga a lot. I realized how good he was back then, and I wish he was still around today. Rest his soul. JBL, for what it was worth, he did his part. Had some wicked chair shots. Jeff Hardy is over as a motherfucker at this point still. And then, God, Triple H ends up picking up the win in the end, but having to hit Jeff Hardy with 2 pedigrees to win, kind of like how he did against Taker in the, or no, was it Taker? Yeah, no. I always fucking forget if Taker won that last one I was talking about or not, but this was a good one, definitely worth checking out. Now, on to the top 2, and you can flip and flop both these over any way you want, but here is number 2. Number 2 on my list is the first ever Elimination Chamber match at Survivor Series 2002, featuring champion Triple H versus Booker T, Chris Jericho, Kane, Shawn Michaels, and Bob Van Dam. This was the first match of the 14 to follow down the road. This was a great debut for the Elimination Chamber matches. At Madison Square Garden, you had Shawn Michaels making his comeback. RVD did some innovative shit. Triple H did get injured, kind of sucked. Booker T eliminated RVD, kind of was lame. Kane eliminated Booker T. Jericho, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels went the distance on this one. You pretty much had Triple H and Shawn Michaels feuding at the time still, so the last 10 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes of this match was dedicated to those two, and Shawn Michaels pulls out the win with his short little cut-haired and his poopy brown UPS pants. HBK becomes world champ, and a great opening to the Elimination Chamber series. Now on to number 1. Number 1 is from February 15th, 2009, No Way Out. It is the Raw Elimination Chamber featuring John Cena, Chris Jericho, Kane, Mike Knox, Rey Mysterio, and Kofi Kingston. But earlier in the night, Edge was in the other Elimination Chamber match, which was now my number 4 one, I believe. And he ends up attacking Kofi Kingston before he gets to the pod, and he runs in and puts himself in the Raw Elimination Chamber match. First time ever seen to do that, hence he's the ultimate opportunist. And this match started out with, I believe it was, I'm thinking Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho started it off, but great way to start off the match. You had Mike Knox do his part, Kane did his part, they all got eliminated pretty quickly. Edge comes in, I think, right before John Cena was the last person. John Cena lasts 5 minutes in the chamber, gets eliminated, place goes apeshit. We're guaranteed another new champion. And then Jericho gets eliminated by Rey Mysterio, because Rey Mysterio put on a fucking show. This is probably one of Rey Mysterio's best matches he had in 2009, for sure. And then you have Edge and Rey Mysterio pretty much have 10 minutes of just pure balls to the walls, great wrestling. It could have gone either way, but Edge ends up pulling up the spear and beating Rey Mysterio, hence he wins the title, which changes the whole perspective of the WrestleMania 25 to come up, which is what was magical about this match, and is probably my favorite to this day. The number 2 was my number 1 for a while now until this match. This match was just awesome. I recommend checking it out for sure. And that is my top 5 for the Elimination Chamber matches of all time, in my opinion. My favorite. Now, if you are done with that, I'm going to jump into Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for 2012. Elimination Chamber match featuring CM Punk versus Kofi Kingston versus The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Chris Jericho, and R-Truth. This is probably going to be the best chamber match of the night, just by looking at the card let alone. I expect Kofi Kingston to do some crazy shit and become like the highlight reel of the night. But in the end of all things, Chris Jericho is probably going to win. So CM Punk will get his rematch at WrestleMania. That's the most logical booking in this one. Now on to the SmackDown one. We got my boy Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett versus Cody Rhodes versus Big Show versus the Great Khali. And it was supposed to be Randy Orton, but Randy Orton has a concussion, so he's missing out. And spoiler alert, we're going to have Santino Marella being in this one. Raw's Chamber match looks way better compared to the SmackDown one, because you got Santino and you got the Great Khali. Daniel Bryan is my pick to win it, because I'd rather see Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. Way better. I would rather see that than Wade Barrett or the Great Khali. If Great Khali wins this, I'd shoot myself. But those are my 2 predictions on those matches. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my other channel, check out our other videos posted on here, and thank you IWS Maniacs, as Boston fan would say, and I'm gonna drink some more root beer. Stay classy.